When most people get into fishing, they normally start off by fishing for smaller fish like roach, rudd, perch, float fishing with maggots and things like that. But invariably, after a while, people want to try and catch something bigger, something which is going to fight harder and really give them excitement of hearing the clutch spinning as something roars off. In this country, you're looking at species like carp and barbel. They're by far the most accessible for people to catch when they want to step up and target specimen fish. But with anything, you need sort of specialist kit when you start to target species like this, which can be a bit of a minefield for anyone new to the sport who hasn't done that style of fishing before. But today, we've got two kits we've been sent by Shakespeare, which come with all the bits and bobs you need to target them. So we've got the Challenge XT Barbel feeder kit here and the Challenge XT Carp kit here. So we're going to get everything out of the box, have a look that comes with them, and then have a bit of a fish. Okay, so this is the Challenge XT Barbel kit, and the first thing out of the box is the rod itself. Now it's a 3-piece 12-foot rod. You've got the Challenge XT graphics along there. It's got a cork handle with EVA grips at the bottom and around the reel seat. You've then got this is your quiver tip section, and you'll notice it's got a white tip which makes it visible when you're fishing on rivers and you've got your rod pointed up in the air. It's easy to see bites. You also get a reel in the box. Now this comes preloaded with line. It doesn't state what breaking strain of line it is, but it looks around about 8 to 10 pound, I'd say. Now this is a free spool reel, which means you get this lever on the back here. So when you engage that, the spool turns freely when you get a bite, and then a turn of the handle will disengage that. It's got a sturdy bail arm. It's a 40 size reel, which is perfect for feeder fishing for barbel. You've got a nice rubber grip and easy to adjust clutch on the front there for when you're playing a fish. You also get this little tackle box full of essential bits and bobs. It's a nice clear box, which means if you've got loads of tackle boxes at home, you can quickly see what's in there and you've got the right kit. Now inside this you get a 3-ounce cage feeder for filling with ground bait or dampened pellets, and you also get a 3-ounce gripper style lead, which is perfect for holding the bottom on rivers where you've got to compete with the flow. You get 2 pre-tied rigs, which are tied with supple braided hook links to curved hooks with the long hair on there for fishing baits like buoys and pellets. And you've got some essential tools, baiting needle for threading baits onto your hair, this gorger which you always need for safely unhooking fish, and then some beads which you have on your line for your feeder or your lead to buffer up against. And last thing in the box is a handy little cloth bag to store your rod in when you're finished. So you fancy getting into barbel fishing, you've got pretty much everything you need here tackle wise to get yourself up and running, and these kits retail for $137.99. So really, to get a rod, reel and some essential tackle items, it's a great way of doing it without breaking the bank. So if it's carp you're interested in chasing after, this will be the kit for you. So let's get everything out of the box and have a look what we've got. First thing you get in the box is this carp rod. It's a 10-foot, 3-pound, 2-piece carp rod. This will be perfect for fishing smaller waters, and it's going to handle casting PVA bags, small solid PVA bags. I will easily land carp, double figures, 20 pound plus. It's got screw up reel seat, which is nice and secure to hold your reel in place. Full Duplon handle, Challenge XT graphics on it. Larger, you'll notice the rings, the butt rings on it slightly larger than on the barbel rod, which you're using thicker diameter lines. It will pass through with ease. You also get this reel, which comes pre-spooled with line. Again, it didn't say what strength the line is, but it looks around the 10 to 12 pound mark, which is going to be perfect for carp. Like the barbel one, it's very similar style, slightly bigger this time though, which is perfect for casting. You've got to cast a bit further. This is a 60 size reel, and it's free spool again, so you've got this lever on the back which you flip up to engage the free spool, and then when you turn the handle when you hook a fish, that disengages and you can play the fish from the clutch, which you simply adjust at the front. And again, you get a little clear Shakespeare tackle box, which has got all the essential little bits of kit that need to get you up and running. So inside we've got 2 3-ounce pear leads. You get these lead clips for attaching your lead onto. set of hair stops, 80 needle for threading your hook bait on, it's gorgeous for helping unhook fish, and then you get 2 pre-tied rigs. Now I think these are tied with 25-pound supple braid to a size 6 hook, but it's worth mentioning these are barbed hooks, and a lot of fisheries have barbless only rules, so it's worth checking before you start fishing whether these hooks will be allowed on the venue you're fishing. You've got everything you need to get started carp fishing, and these come in at $126.99. So again, it's not going to break the bank if you fancy having a go carp. You know, it's a perfect little setup to have. If you're fishing a commercial, you might be feeder fishing and want a sleeper rod on the side to have a go for some of the bigger carp in the lake, or if you just want to try carp fishing for the first time. Now, we're at a nice little local lake today, which has a really good head of carp in it. So we're going to put all this kit together and have a little fish with it and see how we get on. See the rod, it casts nicely. You're not doing these sort of waters, you don't need big casts, so you don't need a long 12-13 foot rod. This 10-foot length is perfect. It's nicely balanced with the reel. You know, it's casting we've got a 3-ounce lead on and a little PVA bag, so it's casting those nicely. So we'll just see if anything comes from that cast. There we go, the recast worked. We just, only about 10 minutes ago, put it out where we've seen some fizzing coming up, and that is just absolutely tore off. So now we can see what these rods are like playing the fish with. This one definitely isn't very happy about being hooked. You can see that rod's bending nicely there, just trying to get this. As fish always seem to know where every tree or snag is, it's kited right over to my right, heading straight to those trees, but we've managed to turn it away now. Let's try and get it back into open water a bit. And this, like I was saying at the start, when people want to target bigger fish, this is why they want to do it, because it is, as nice as it is catching silvers and putting a bag of fish together, you know, you can't beat that real screaming as a fish steams off and your alarm screaming. Oh, we've got that away from the trees now, we've sort of got open water. Hopefully we'll get to get a little glimpse of it in a minute, see what we've got. Nice common, very typical of like a lot of the fish in here. Not a massive one, like I said, they go to doubles. I think there might be a scrape of 20 in here, but this is a good, you know, the fish of this sort of size, they provide, you know, really good fun, good sport. There we go. Let's get him out and have a quick little look. Nice darkish common, this one. You gave a real good test for the rod. It was trying to get under the trees just down to my left. We had to really pile on the side strain with this one to get it out, and the rod's done a great job. You know, if you fancy giving carping a go or getting into it for the first time, it's a great little bit of kit. It's got everything you need. You catch yourself a few fish like this. Like I said, a great sport, really good fun to fight hard. We've not been fishing long today. We've only been here a few hours. We had a few fish, so I think we'll slip this one back. Maybe give it another hour so see if we can get one more. But I think hopefully you've had a good insight into the kit, these carp kits, what they can do. If you fancy giving it a go, have a look for them in the shops.